Good morning. Slippery mind when you're doing inner work. First of all, I want to apologize if you saw an incomplete clip yesterday. I have no idea what I said in it, but I just noticed it this morning that I posted something incomplete in response to your question. So, what we have to understand about the mind is that when we haven't yet examined the assumptions that make the world and our inner world look unsafe and painful, the mind's job is going to be to distract us from the awful and uncomfortable feeling so we can keep going. It's kind of a survival tactic, so the mind is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So, the first thing you want to do is notice that there is a part of you that is traditionally called the observer, that is actually a beam of attention that can put into focus anything in your experience. Painful sensation in the body, a thought that the mind offers you, a feeling that covers up a thought, or some outside event happening. You are that observer, you are that focus. By the way, if you don't know what we're talking about identity work, this groundbreaking process for uncovering deep beliefs about who you are and about what the world is. So the beliefs that you mistake for personal reality that not only create pain inside of you, reactions inside of you, but also create your patterns, meaning attracting the same thing into your reality over and over again. And the book is available here on TikTok Shop. You are that beam of attention that makes the experience real. Also, notice that the mind can't make the discomfort of that feeling you're trying to examine better because it believes it's true. So it's dealing with reality the best it can. So think it and instruct it to step aside, to stop rescuing you from looking at that feeling. And when you direct your focus to the feeling, the mind will start helping you soon enough. But it has to sit and wait for directions. When you direct your attention inside or into the center of that sensation, that feeling that is guarding your identity, right? The beliefs that you mistake for who you are, with the mind sitting patiently like a puppy or like a dog waiting for instructions, what you want to do is not superimpose or run ahead of yourself. You want to give that feeling space to speak. You want to have a journal ready by your side and jot down anything that occurs to you. The mind's going to want to connect the dots right away. That is premature. The dots are going to connect on their own. Make any answer or anything that is being offered from that feeling okay. Be in the receptive mode. Incomplete sentences are okay. Separate words and images are okay. You just want to continue writing them down and instruct your puppy mind or soldier mind to stand on the side until you have something to work with. And if I have come up with something that feels like, okay, it fits, I don't know how it fits, but it fits, say, I am grieving, then the mind can come on board and say, grieving what? The most important thing is not allow the mind to fill in the blank. Well, let me guess what you're grieving about. Look at all these things that are happening in the world right now. That's what you're grieving. No, allow the feeling to speak. For that to happen, direct your observer into that feeling. Put on a costume of that feeling. Open the mouth of that feeling, imaginary mouth. Let it say something. If it can't say anything yet, allow it to make a noise. The most important idea to remember here is that we don't want to skip steps. If we're skipping steps and we're trying to get rid of the feeling, right? That's why the mind might want to skip the steps and say, let's fix this. That is a reaction which we want to avoid. We want to bring it up to surface, but we don't want to react to it. So we want to curb that impulse of the mind to react to the pain, and we want the pain to have space to be felt. And if it has to start with a noise or an association or an image, let's start there. Once you've given that layer that is making itself available to you, fully felt, fully embraced, it will suggest something that will allow you to dig deeper. Thank you for doing the work. By the way, if you guys don't have the book yet, check it out. Here on TikTok Shop, you can click the orange card below. This work is very powerful, and it's not just about your feelings. It's about your patterns. It's about your reality. And if you have been on a spiritual journey, if you've been trying to question deep, unconsciously held beliefs, check my book out. It's going to make the process so much faster and so much more streamlined. And then, of course, you can ask me a question about it if you get confused.